I was looking around, doing a little surf, just seeing what's out there, what people are saying, and the Bears are in a real life conundrum, just like you're going to be in fantasy football, where they've obviously got Justin Fields, and he's been pretty good this year, all things considered. Hasn't been awful, and the offense is they're what are they 7-9? Like they're improvement. They got better. They now have to stare down the barrel of once again having the 101, which is not really a barrel that you stare down. It's just it is exciting.
I'll take it.
But they could keep Justin Fields and trade the 101, which is going to be Caleb Williams, for 3 first-round picks, which I think is very reasonable considering it's Caleb Williams. Or you could take Caleb Williams and then trade Justin Fields for a second-round pick or a third-round pick and roll the dice again that Caleb Williams is that guy. I don't know if you thought about this, but a very interesting scenario for the Bears. I don't know where you'd go. I might be tempted to keep Justin Fields.
I'd be very tempted to keep Justin Fields. 3 first round. I mean, look at what they got from the Panthers last year.
Yeah.
Like DJ Moore probably got them 4 wins just from that.
He's a dude.
He was that much of a difference maker, and the potential to get 3 more of them. And Justin Fields, like people talk a lot of crap out about him, and I get some of it. Like he has a lot of learning to do, but he's still a young quarterback, and he has shown flashes of greatness.
Yeah,
he has an incredible arm. He's incredibly fast. I mean, he needs polishing, just like guys like Josh Allen did. And I guess I'm saying he has the talent, not just necessarily saying he will get there, but he has the talent to do so. And if you could potentially put just even more around him and keep a competent quarterback, that is hard to pass up. I think a lot would depend if Justin Fields is coming up due for a contract.
Yep.
This will be year 3. How much do you have to pay him? Because if he's going to want top quarterback money, you got to get rid of him because he's not worth that right now.
Yeah.
But if you can get him for like a 3-year like reasonable deal, that's tempting.
Yeah, he's coming off a season where he went 2,400 yards passing, 16 touchdowns, 9 picks through the air, 630 yards on the ground, and 4 more touchdowns. The turnovers have dropped significantly. I think he had 20 turnovers in 2022. I'm seeing 12 this year. He's also 4-1 in his last 5.
Now he also has missed time too, so factor that in a little bit.
Yeah, I think with him, it's just that the on-field product is significantly better than it was a year ago. And for right or wrong, the quarterback gets blamed for team success. And the Bears are a lot better this year than they were last year.
Yeah. And again, I feel like a lot of it has to do with what they did last year. In trading back, getting a haul for it. DJ Moore, I mean, we have been saying it when he was in Carolina, like DJ Moore himself is great. He just needs a quarterback. And he got a competent one, and look at what he did. He was a top 10 receiver this year. Awesome for fantasy as well. And it is a conundrum. I think my answer would be it depends on how much I have to pay Fields, and if I can get him for reasonable, I'd trade out of that pick and build around him.
Yeah, I'm looking at his game logs right now, and if you took out the first 4 weeks of the season, well, take out the first 3 because against Denver, he had 335 yards, 4 touchdowns, 1 pick. So very good game. They ended up losing by 3, but it wasn't really Fields' fault. Then you go to that Thursday night game against Washington where he went nuclear, and he had 280 yards, 4 touchdowns, 57 on the ground. Then he gets hurt against Minnesota, doesn't finish the game, they lose, comes back and plays against Detroit, goes 170 yards, a touchdown passing, and another 100 yards rushing on the ground. They only lose by 5, but that was a game when they got a massive lead and Detroit came all the way back and won. And then his next 5 games, they're 4-1, and he's doing 200 yards passing, no turnovers, 60 yards rushing, 200 yards passing, 2 touchdowns, no turnovers, 60 yards rushing, 170 yards passing, a touchdown, 2 picks against Cleveland, 30 yards rushing. Against the last 2 weeks, 170 against Arizona, a touchdown, a pick, 100 yards rushing, and another touchdown. And then this past weekend against Atlanta, 270 yards passing, a touchdown, no picks, 45 yards rushing, and another touchdown. He's playing good. He's playing good football, and if you can get him a few more weapons, another great receiver.
Trade out of there, get some offensive line help would be a big thing.
And it's a year for tackles. There's Joe Alt, there's Olu Fashanu in the draft. It's a year for tackles and receivers, and that happens to be 2 things the Bears will benefit from. So, interesting scenario for them. They could still trade the 101, get 3 first-round picks, and still, just like they did this past year, still have a pick in the top 10 and load up and then just roll the draft capital.
Trade back again. The team that trades up, their team is the 101 again next year.
Yeah.
You just get the 101 3 years in a row, keep trading it back.
Yeah. So they've got
awesome.
I think they have the Panthers' first-round pick and second-round pick this year, so they're going to have the first. They basically have 3 first-round picks.
They have technically 3 picks in the top 33.
Yeah. Interesting times